Caroline of Humble Warrior Yoga, and today's practice is for detox. So if you're feeling a bit like you've overindulged, or maybe you're just feeling a bit sluggish, this is going to be a great practice for you. Get into something comfy and we'll get started. So there's going to be really heavy emphasis on twists in this practice, because twists are really good for helping our digestive system get moving and removing toxins from the body. So if you can imagine, as you twist, you're sort of squeezing a dirty cloth and all the bad stuff comes out basically. So we're going to start in a child's pose. So you have the option to either have your legs parallel and come forward and let your shoulders come down, or you can take the knees wide, sit back to the heels and take the arms out in front. Just whatever's feeling best for you today. So bringing the head and the chest down, relaxing the weight down. Bring your awareness to the breath. And find that equal parts breathing. So we're making the inhalations and exhalations equal length. Really breathe deeply and fully. Let the ribs expand. And as you move through today's practice, see if not only you can help detox the body, but see if you can detox the mind as well. So maybe letting go of all those negative thoughts and the frustrations that we have with ourselves. Being a little bit kinder. Take a couple more breaths here. Nice. And when you're ready, press into the palms, lifting up. We're going to come to tabletop on all fours. As usual, spread the fingers wide. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. And start with moving the spine. So a bit of cat and cow. Inhale, lift the tailbone up, belly drops, chest comes forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Look forwards. Exhale, tilt the tailbone down, arching up through the spine. Allow the head to come down. Keep that going with your own breath. Inhale, lifting the tailbone. Chest comes forward. Looking forward. Exhale, rounding back through. One more. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale, rounding through. Bring your spine back to a neutral position. I'm going to do a similar thing, but instead making circular motions. So think of circling the rib cage around. You drop the belly and then taking the rib cage over to the right, all the way around. And then take it in the opposite direction. We're just trying to get as much movement as possible into our spine. So when we do our twists, we're essentially twisting from the spine. Nice, and come back to neutral. I'm going to extend the right arm out to the side. And then draw it back in towards you, underneath the ribs. And just like thread the needle, we're coming all the way through. But we're just bringing the arm round, so sort of reaching towards the shoulder blade. Getting a gentle twist into the upper part of our spine. And then extend back out. Twice more. Exhale, draw the arm through. Inhale, extend. palm back down. Do that on the other side. So extend the left arm out to the side. And draw it underneath past the rib cage, reaching around towards the shoulder blade. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reaching back through. Once more. Nice, come back to neutral. Just going to bump the hips over towards the right. You're going to turn to look past your left shoulder. So you probably feel a nice stretch through the side body on the right side. Inhale back to centre, take the hips over to the left, turn to look over the right shoulder. Keep the arms straight. And back to centre. Tucking the toes under, sit the hips back towards the heels, lift the knees and lift the hips up high, finding downward facing dog. Just start to pedal out the feet, lengthening through the backs of the legs, bending one knee, straightening the other. Nice, come to stillness. You're just going to step the feet a little bit further forward. So we're going a shorter downward facing dog. And if you're able to, you're going to lift the right palm and reach towards your left ankle. Maybe the shin or the thigh, just depending on where you can reach. Then you're going to turn and try and look under your left armpit. And back to centre. And then bring the left palm towards the right ankle. And really see if you can look under the arm. Nice, bring that palm back down. Just walk the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Just grab hold of the opposite elbows with opposite hands and just sway it out. Keep a bend in the knees. And you can bring your hands down, walk them over towards the left side of your mat. And slowly back through centre and over to the right. Back through centre. Keep that bend in the knees as you let the upper body be heavy, let the arms be heavy. And come to roll all the way up to stand. See if you can stack one vertebra on top of the other. And when you get to the top, give the shoulders a little bit of a roll, one way and the other. So our feet are hip width apart. I'm going to bring the hands, interlace the fingers, and then turn the palms to face away, pressing away with the palms. Inhale, take the palms overhead. And then exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale back to centre. Exhale to the left. Inhale to centre, take it back over to the right. Inhale to centre, over to the left. Exhale. Once more to each side. Release the grip of the hands, but keep the arms overhead. You're going to bend the knees really quite deeply. Inhale. As you exhale, send the right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. So we're opening and twisting towards the left. Try and keep the hips and pelvis facing forwards. If your twist looks more like this, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter if you've moved an inch or a foot. Inhale back to centre and exhale, take it to the other side. Breathing deep here. If you find that your breathing's a little restricted, you've obviously gone a little bit too far, so just ease out a little and find your happy place. Inhale back to centre. Standing up tall. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, folding all the way forwards, hinging from the hips. Bend the knees and plant the palms, and coming back to all fours. So just take a moment to find your alignment. From here, you're going to step the left foot forwards into a low lunge. And you can either stay down on your knee, or if you're feeling a bit more energetic, tuck the back toes and lift that back knee up. You're going to keep the right palm planted down. Take the left hand, slide it up across the rib cage and extend it to the sky. Easy twist over to the left. If you've got that back knee lifted, you're going to bring that left palm back to the thigh. Bring the right palm to join it, and just use your hands to help guide you up into a high lunge. Just your stance if you need to. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. And exhale, open and twist towards that left thigh. So you're either in a high lunge with that back knee lifted, or you can be down here in your low lunge. And then bring the palms together in front of the heart space. Just see if you can hook that right elbow over the knee. You're working towards bringing your hands to the heart center. So if you're down on your knees, it looks more like this. And if that's too much, you can just keep your arms over the thigh. Maybe reach the other arm back. You can bring the palms back down. If you're in that high lunge, step back to a plank, lower to the knees, and then everybody's going to lower down to their belly. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the head. Not coming up too far, just a baby cobra. Lift the hands and see if you can maintain that position. Exhale back down. Press into the palms to come back to all fours. Just take a moment to find your alignment once again, and we'll do that on the other side. So stepping that right foot forward, and again you can either stay here with the knee down or tuck the back toes and lift that back leg. Keep the left palm on the ground as you sweep the right palm across the rib cage, extending it upwards. If you've got that back knee lifted, bring the right palm to the thigh and then the left, lifting the chest. Just take that time to find your footing. Sometimes taking a narrower stance helps our balance more. Inhale, taking the arms overhead. As you exhale, left fingertips come forward, right fingertips back. Remembering to be kind to ourselves. We don't have to go full force into the poses. We can be here. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, and then seeing if you can take that left elbow to the right knee. Twisting a little deeper. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, back to centre, bring the palms down. If you've got that knee lifted, step that right foot back into a plank pose. And either knees lowered or lifted, lower down to the belly. Inhale, coming up into Cobra. Strengthening the back. Take the hands away. Exhale back down. Press back up to all fours. Take the knees out wide, sitting back into a child's pose. And just take a few breaths here. And just notice how you feel. If you're getting any strange sensations from the belly or noises, it's perfectly normal. We're just waking up our digestive system. Coming back up to all fours, bring the knees back underneath the hips. Tuck in the toes. Just walk the hands further forward. Lift the knees, lift the hips up high and back. Maybe you want to pedal out the feet again. Looking forward, step to the front of your mat, back into that forward fold. Keep bending the knees. Bring the right palm down onto the mat in front of your face. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Try to keep the lower body as still as possible. You don't want the twist to come from the hips. You want the twist to come from the rib cage. We're just twisting from the waist upwards. Bring the palm back down. Replace that palm with the left and extend the right arm up this time. Bring that palm back down. Press into the feet. Let the upper body be heavy and we're rolling all the way back up to stand. So bring the feet parallel, hip width apart. And step the right foot back on the diagonal, so it's pointing diagonally out to the corner of the room. And we're coming into revolved triangle. So both legs are straight. Remember to keep a micro bend in both knees though. And instead of traditional triangle where we'd rotate to this side and come over, we're actually rotating in the opposite direction. So inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, take that open twist. So we've already done our twist, we're already in the right position. And then from here, we start to tilt. Keeping the chest open. Maybe you just come down to the thigh. Maybe you can come a little further. Maybe you're really quite open, come all the way down. If your chest starts to round down towards the ground, you come too far, you just need to come back up a little bit. Breathing deeply, coming all the way back up, turn to face the front, stepping forwards. Have a little shake out, and we'll have a go on the other side. So as you're ready, stepping that left foot back on the diagonal, straightening both legs. Inhale, take the arms overhead. As you exhale, open and twist to the right. And then start to tilt over, keeping the chest open. Coming all the way back up, turn to face forward, stepping forwards. From here, take your feet out wide, just slightly less wide as the mat. Interlace the hands behind the back, draw the knuckles down and away. Bend the knees a little, and we're hinging from the hips to come forwards. Breathing deeply here. And then And just gently release the hands to the ground. You can take the feet out diagonally, so they're pointing both outwards, and bring the centre down. So we're in our yogi squat, keeping the spine long, chest lifted. If that's not accessible for you, just bring your feet back parallel. You're going to stay in a forward fold here. And just do that same twist as we did before, with the palm underneath the face and extend the arms out. If you're in a yogi squat, you're going to take the right arm and reach it as far across to the right as you can on the inside of that leg. The left arm extends out. Just make sure that the leg's not coming in. Keep the thighs actively pressing out. Back to centre. This time take the left arm, reach it as far across to the left as you can, and extend the right arm out. Coming back to centre. From here, you're just going to sit back to the ground. So if you're in a forward fold, come down to the ground. Knees are bent, feet flat to the ground. We're coming into a variation of boat pose. So for this, we're going to have the arms out in front of us, so we're not going to be able to hold on to the back of the thighs. So pick an option that's going to work for you. First of all, just make sure you move the fleshy part of the buttocks aside, so you really sat on those sit bones. Just rock back onto the sit bones, and maybe we keep the toes on the ground. Maybe we can float the shins up. Maybe the feet are just off the ground. So just pick what works for you. Arms out in front. Inhale. As you exhale, take both arms over to the left. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale to centre. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale to centre. Keep that going. If you start to get a little pain in the hip creases, just lower the legs slightly. Just one more to each side. Nice, and bring the feet back down. Bring the legs in a little bit closer. Just round yourself over, bringing your head down. Arms wrap around the shins. Give yourself a big hug. Nice. Then take the legs out long in front. You're going to draw the right leg in towards the chest. Extend the left arm up overhead. As you exhale, twist over towards the right. Just take the right hand behind you, just for support. You should be able to lift it away and maintain that length through the spine. Try and keep the shoulder down and away from the ear. Inhale back to centre. I'm just going to switch out the legs. So drawing that left leg in, extend the right arm overhead, and exhale, twist towards the left leg. Breathing deeply here. And coming back to centre. We're just going to lower down to the back. Take both legs out long. Then you're going to draw the right knee in towards the chest. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, Lift the head and the shoulders off the mat, drawing the nose towards the knee. The nose doesn't have to touch the knee, we're just taking it towards the knee. So don't try and strain in the neck to do that. And release. Take the right arm out to the side for support. You're just going to use the left hand to guide that right leg over towards the left for a twist. Again, if your breathing feels a little bit restricted, just back off a little bit. Try and keep both shoulders down to the ground. Engage the core, inhale, come back to centre. Send the right leg out long. Draw the left leg in. Inhale. As you exhale, and lifting the head towards the knee. And release back down. The left arm comes out to the side. Use your right hand to gently guide that leg over to the right. Again, make sure that there's both shoulder blades that are down to the ground. One more breath here. Engage the core to come back. And then you can draw both knees in towards the chest. Give the legs a big squeeze. Take a big inhale. Lift the head, lift the chest. Release. Inhale. Lift the head. And release. Just send the legs out long. Take the legs out wide as the mat. Let the feet drop open. Take the arms out by the sides. Take up some space. Palms are facing upwards. Closing down the eyes. Just noticing how you feel. Do you feel any different? Let the breath return to its own natural rhythm. Letting go of any tension. I always find it really useful to just mentally scan the body from top to bottom and to see if there's anywhere where you're holding on to tension, and seeing if you can soften that a little more. Give yourself the permission to relax and restore. As you're ready to, start to bring back small movements, wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe rocking the head from side to side. Take the arms overhead, a big stretch. So reawakening the body. And bend the knees. Just gently roll to one side. And just take a moment here. Before using the hands to slowly press back up. Finding a comfortable seat. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. And bowing the head. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for your practice. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to